Hey everyone, it's Brittany with BMC Reptile 2018. There's Lucky. Lucky is just chilling back there. He is soon going to be doing, I'm going to be doing, be doing the bioactive tank for him from BioDude. I will link it below, the BioDude's website. You should also check him out on YouTube. I will try to link it down below for y'all if I can get it. Also, we're just going to do some fun facts today about bearded dragons. But before we get into that, I got some exciting news. And what might that be? I am actually got 2 leopard geckos I am going to show y'all in another video. Possibly tomorrow's video. They are about, I think, 6 months. I have to check, but I think they're around that, maybe a little bit older. I'll check into it. Their names are Tarzan and Jane. It's a male and a female. But just a little bit about what we're going to do today is I'm going to be doing fun facts. Number 1. One of the fun facts of a bearded dragon is they have 3 eyes. You're thinking, wait, 3 eyes? Yes, 3 eyes. I know you're thinking like, huh? You're thinking 3. 1, 2. No, they have 3. Their third eye is in the middle up here, kind of like between their eyes on the side. It's right here. It's a little bitty dot. Let me see if I can actually get Lucky out and see if my Lucky will be cooperative today. One of my lights just flipped over. Lucky is not really wanting to be held today. I have an awkward thing going on. Let's see if I can put it where y'all could see it. I'm sorry, I'm working on my phone today, so it's not really good quality. Do you see that third little bitty round dot right there? It's like a little bitty dot. My camera's not as good as focusing, but that little bitty dot in the middle of their head is a third eye. Yes, Lucky, come on. Is a third eye, and I don't trust Lucky. Lucky is very fast and takes off running, and you're not supposed to. Yeah, why can't you just chill and be in the video like you're supposed to be? So, Lucky, like I have said in previous videos, if y'all don't know, Lucky will be 2 months, October the 3rd. Lucky is not sexed yet, and I spell Lucky, L-U-C-K-I-E. Yeah, you know I'm talking about you, don't you, Lucky? Yeah, he's pretty, baby. Yeah. Lucky is, I'm still holding, like, trying to hold and train Lucky. Still doesn't really like to be held too much. But back to what our discussion was before I had to show y'all. Another thing, the bearded dragons are actually called bearded dragons for them puffing out their beard. That's why they're actually called bearded dragons. Another fun fact about bearded dragons, a lot of you probably didn't know, is that there is actually dwarf bearded dragons. Yes, you're thinking, okay, I know about the different morphs and things like that, but a dwarf? Yes, there is actually a dwarf bearded dragon. It's called I believe it's a Rankin, if I'm saying that correctly. Somebody corrects me if it's not, but I think it's called a Rankin. They're only about half of the size of an actual full-grown bearded dragon, which typically get about, 2 feet. So, 22 inches to 2 feet, generally. Sometimes they can get a little bit bigger. Are you just fed up today, ain't you? You're just not happy today. Yeah, this one just ain't never happy. Let's see, okay, don't jump off me. Hold on, let me put Lucky back, because Lucky is being a little bit, misbehaving today. There you go, I'm gonna fix your lights, Lucky. I currently just have a temporary top. I actually got this tank for free. And it didn't have a top with it. It was actually a saltwater tank. So if you see the residue, it has been really hard to get out. If y'all have any suggestions on getting the residue out, I've cleaned all the residue everywhere else, but for some reason it won't come off the lining. And I'm going to make a better top. That's just a temporary one for Lucky. I don't know the genetics to Lucky. So I'm really not sure on that. But another fun fact would be, I'm actually reading some things because I can't remember everything. A bearded dragon is able to sleep while standing up. It actually can lock its back legs into position. Lucky does that all the time. Stands straight up. And I'm like, are you asleep? And be just chilling. Another way to tell your males from your females, and I don't know how, is this just a myth or, but it's just a little fun fact, is that male bearded dragons' heads are larger than females. I'm pretty sure you can't tell when they're babies. Not even sticking like 100 together, you probably can't tell. But, yeah, that's just another little fun fact. Another, fun fact is, a baby bearded dragon weighs only 2 grams in weight, which is the weight of 5 paper clips, typically when they're born. So they're like super tiny, but they get pretty big. And right, they're our favorites, right? Who can agree with me? Another fun fact is the tail of a bearded dragon makes up just under half its total length. What would you have thought of that? Because honestly, I thought that it was longer, but I guess I wasn't paying attention. They also, another fun fact is they also use their beard to seem larger to other animals so they don't go at them. Both males and females bearded dragons have beards, which is used to attracting a mate for display or aggression, either one. If their legs or tails are cut off, they will not grow back, unlike some other lizards. For example, I can't talk today. Example, leopard geckos, their tails dissect. I'm telling you, my words can't get together. Their tails come off, because I can't talk today at all. It grows back, right? Well, if it does not grow back. You see Lucky up there chilling. My head's kind of in the light way. It gets like that. Let me see. There he is. See Lucky right there? Another fun fact is female bearded dragons have been known to hold sperm up to 2 years, which means they don't have to mate in order to lay eggs. Ain't that something? That's something I didn't even know. So there is a fun fact. Another fun fact. We're going to do 2 more fun facts. Let's see. Fun facts. When it gets too hot, bearded dragons will actually bask with their mouths open wide, like they hold their mouths like that, open wide. It's kind of like panting like a dog is how it's explained. So if they're too hot, and that's what you notice your bearded dragons doing, is their mouth is staying open, you need to turn their heat lamp off or if you have a control, you need to turn it down because they are too hot. And that's why they're panting, to try to cool down. That's the end of the fun facts. I am wanting to go over health issues that bearded dragons can have, because obviously I already had it pulled up on my computer. So I do want to go over some health facts. That is great for new owners or people thinking about getting a bearded dragon. Now, I am going to say this. I recommend a bearded dragon. I love geckos, but I recommend the bearded dragon if you're wanting something to hold more. Because bearded dragons are more attention-seeking. Like, they'll let you more hold them. Which, don't get me wrong, leopard geckos can be trained to hold them, but they're a little more fragile, and you have to be careful with their tail, and they don't like to be held for long periods of time, which bearded dragons, there are some that don't, but they're more likely to. And if you're wanting kind of like a first reptile for a young child, I would definitely recommend a bearded dragon. If it's a really young child, I probably wouldn't recommend a baby. Probably getting an adult from somebody that is has already been around kids, used to kids, and things like that. Just for the fact that a baby, they're real fast. Like, this one's got almost away from me twice through my house. Like, they are fast when they're little. Like, they get gone. It's like, phew! I feel bad for Lucky. Lucky took off and thought he could apparently fly. I don't know if he just thought the bed kept going forever. He was running across the bed, and I tried to catch him, and I missed him, and he just dove off. And you should have seen his face, because he turned his head as soon as he went down. And then, like, he was flat, and, like, arms and legs were out, and he was just looking up. When I looked down, I busted out laughing. I'm not even gonna lie. I did make sure he was okay. He was great, but he didn't expect to fall off a bed. I guess he thought he had wings. So, that's kind of fun. Apparently, my computer is not cooperating with the, I can't get my words out today, y'all, with the, health risk. So, like, I see some of them, but a lot of them is not coming up. Here's a little something. If they're not feeling good, a bearded dragon can also flatten their belly, and lie flat on the ground if they are sick and haven't got the energy to move. So if you see your bearded dragon laying around flat, I would immediately, and especially if they're not moving a lot, I would immediately take them to a vet. Just, like, take them straight to a vet, because that is a sign of something could be wrong. And like I said earlier, with the fun fact that with your bearded dragon, when their mouth is wide open and it stays open, they are trying to cool down. So that means turn your heat lamp either way down if it has a control, or if it doesn't, turn it off for a little while so that they can cool their body down. Also, if they open their mouth but they just kind of move it and close it back, they're just relining their jaw is what I should say. It's common in bearded dragons to sleep a lot. Like, that's normal, so don't get freaked out if they're really sleepy. If you ask me, I think bearded dragons get grumpy. Some of y'all that have them probably know that. There's several reasons why your bearded dragon will look bloated. Here are 3 right here. If your bearded dragon looks bloated, they could have mites, they could be pregnant, or very impacted. So make sure you go to the vet. Of course, check for mites, but there also could be parasites or something inside. So if you don't think that's pregnant or impacted or something could be going on, immediately take your bearded dragon to the vet. A lot of people I heard ask about bearded dragons. Can they be placed like on Biodude? I am getting a bioactive tank from Biodude, and I will post that No, he did not set me up to post this or ask me. Probably doesn't even know who I am yet. But I'm going to be doing the bioactive kit. And a lot of people, I have noticed some things. Can bearded dragons be placed with live frogs? They could possibly live together. It just depends on your bearded dragon and on the type of frogs. Some bearded dragons and frogs do live together. So, let's say the little frogs, but don't get them so little that they think that they're food and that they're poisonous. Number one, if you want to make a natural habitat as possible, frogs are cute, right? Who gets mad about frogs? I actually thought about putting frogs in my tank, and I did a lot of research, and I asked a lot of people. So, y'all comment below and let me know what y'all think about live frogs in a bearded dragon tank, in a bioactive tank. You know you already got the cleaning crew, the isopods and bugs that clean everything out, the natural leaves and everything and all that. Why not could we do frogs like a natural habitat? You know, because it has been told that frogs do get perfectly along, but you just have to make sure they're not really, really big. If those are babies, make sure it's to their size and something that if they get full grown, they're not going to eat frogs. They're little. So, you know, the size that you need. But yes, I definitely think they can live together. Just make sure you don't get a poisonous frog and then be like, oh my gosh, what happened to my bearded dragon? You know, or don't get no extra large frog that's going to try to eat a baby bearded dragon. Or, you know, get a really tiny frog and the bearded dragon eats the frog and you're like, oh my gosh, where's my frog? I can't find it. No, it didn't jump out of the tank. The bearded dragon ate it. I hope your bearded dragon wouldn't do that, but yeah. Here's just, I found something on the internet that might be good. Can bearded dragons and frogs live together? Obviously, I think so. Let's see what they said. It says it's not a good idea to put them together. The bearded dragon will literally eat it alive. So, like I said, don't get one small that they can eat. Get one bigger in size, I should say. Frogs also contain a lot of parasites, which are really harmful. Okay, take that back. I wouldn't put frogs now that I have read this. Always do y'all's research if you don't know, and always ask others that do, that had them longer, more experience, and things like that. So that's always a great idea. That's how I'm going to end it today. If y'all have any comments or questions or what y'all would like me to do on my next video, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and hit the notification button. Also, put a thumbs up for me, please. Thanks. Bye.